History remembers what happened, but it is shaped by moments when everything could have turned another way. A decision, a journey, a single moment. This is where we explore them. When history turned. Have you ever flipped a switch and thought, I wish the politics of energy didn't come with the light?
There is a woman named Mara who leaves a waterfront apartment and pays no attention to a gas station on the corner because filling stations have long been repurposed as markets. She steps into a tram that slides along a quiet grid. The city hums with power, fed not from distant coal, but from orbital collectors beaming energy down to neighborhood hubs. On her walk, she passes electric ferries docking without refueling, a port powered continuously, and a skyline with towers that never darken at night. Local workshops design portable receivers for farms. A village hundreds of miles inland runs desalination plants on constant microwave streams, turning arid fields green. There is less emphasis on pipelines, fewer hotspots around resource corridors. Diplomacy now revolves around orbital traffic management and frequency allocations rather than oil contracts. Children learn about orbital energy in school, alongside gravity and radio. It is an invisible architecture of daily life, as ordinary as plumbing.
When did that system become ordinary? It sounds like a settled infrastructure.
This is the present in a timeline, where the architecture matured over decades. The first operational orbital to ground links are commonplace and regulated by multinational frameworks.
Is it private industry, a single state program, or a coalition?
It is both. Private constructors operate arrays, while international treaties guarantee open access. Investment came from a mix of defense budgets and commercial utility projects.
Are there visible trade-offs? Security concerns? Atmospheric effects? Or visible hardware in the sky?
Hardware is visible to radar, but minimized visually. Concerns centered on orbital congestion and the safety of power beaming. Engineering mitigations are standard, and legal norms evolved with practice.
How recent were major shifts in geopolitics? Did borders change because of this energy?
At what moment did the two histories split? Was the choice technical, political, or merely a sequence of accidents?
The bifurcation comes from a single policy and engineering divergence in the 1960s. After a successful ground test of microwave power transmission and a visible demonstration of a small satellite beaming energy at safe intensity, a coalition led by two governments committed to large-scale deployment instead of shelving the idea. That commitment redirected defense dollars into civilian arrays, established binding orbital use treaties, and created supply chains that made orbital solar a cheaper, secure alternative to fossil imports. Technically, it required advances in massed, lightweight photovoltaics, efficient rectennas, and modular launch economics. Politically, it needed a decision to treat orbital power as infrastructure rather than weaponry.
The change was that in 1967, after that demonstration, an international pact-financed operational orbital solar programs. In our timeline, that pact never happened, and the technology remained experimental. 1960s, laboratories, launch capacity, and the public imagination cross. The pact channels defense money into twin research programs, and the first orbital cluster gets funded. 1970s. Construction begins. Arrays are modular, scaled up through the decade. Treaties create shared airspace corridors. And a market for orbital services emerges. 1980s. Arrays become large enough to feed grids. Industries around rectennas, thermal management, and space logistics grow. Petrostates adapt by shifting to petrochemicals and services. 2000s. The infrastructure normalizes. Satellite servicing, debris mitigation, and frequency governance are routine. Energy geopolitics shift from resource control to technological services and data. Present day, abundant baseload power reduces scarcity-driven conflicts, enables urban rewilding and industrial electrification, yet it creates new dependencies on orbital industry and supply chains.
So, returning to the light, in that world flipping a switch feels apolitical because the centralized scarcity never existed. But the lesson is twofold. Infrastructure choices entrench different political orders, and small policy decisions can echo across centuries.
If this wasn't the only timeline you'd like to visit, subscribe.